Welcome one and all to another episode of this career mode, the second episode it is. We're in Sepang today for the Malaysian Grand Prix in our trusted Toro Rosso. Our engineer is just about getting us ready for the first practice session. And we have an R&D objective today that we have to do, and it's actually going to reduce our tire wear, which is what I asked for last race. As we come around the final corner here to start this R&D. Our target time is 6 minutes and 2 seconds, and I think we can comfortably beat that without wearing our tires for 21%. So we'll see how that goes as we come around the final couple of corners now. With our tire we're only at 7% now, and we're well under the target time. So I think that's really gonna help us. And I really think we're gonna comfortably cruise to the finish line with better tire wear during the race. So we'll see how that will affect us in qualifying and the race. We come around the final corner and I'm taking a bit of a bad line through there, but it doesn't really matter as we finish about around 40 seconds over. And according to the qualifying results now, I actually came in 10th in Q3. Well, I wasn't really expecting to get further in Q3, but so that's good for me. As we're on the starting grid now, the lights have come on. We're in P10 in a good position. It's 5 lights. I know where we go for this Malaysian Grand Prix. We haven't gone up to the worst of starts. We're touring slipstream with Hulkenberg right now. As we see Magnussen diving up our inside, really having a great start. As we take the outside line for that corner, having a bit of contact. Actually, that's a lot of contact with Alonso and contact with Bottas as well. That was really dangerous over there. Really hope to keep the rest of the race a bit cleaner than that corner, as we in a sandwich right now between those two cars that we had contact with in the first corner, and we come back in P6, so it's not a terrible start, but we'll look to dive bomb over here as we do in these tight corners, and we take a Vettel just about, and we are now in P3. So if we could hold this for as long as we can, I'll be really proud of this result for me as we come around this long swerving corner, dipping our wheel in the grass. So that's not really amazing. And we see Ricciardo's, it's coming back at us. No, we've held it over there. Coming around the last corner, going wide actually. That did not look pretty. And we're gonna leave Ricciardo and run on us, and he's pretty much gone past us really easily. We're gonna hope to overtake him now. Gonna look through the outside. No, we're gonna dump him going on the inside. It's a nice move, and we've taken Ricciardo quite easily, and he's still a little bit behind us, but we've pulled away now with a good exit. As we come onto lap 4 now, really getting a bad line through there and going terribly wide through there. So we're going to have Ricciardo and Alonso shoot up our inside. Is Alonso going to hold it? Alonso's held it, and he's taken us 4 P4. And Vettel looks like he's gone around this as well, and Hamilton's having a look too. As we come in, we have a bit of contact with Hamilton and Alonso again. Alonso's not really going to be with good terms on us after this race with the amount of contact we have today. And we got DRS from that, which is good, and we seem to be pulling away from Alonso. Is he going to make it? He's going to try and take that. He's going to have a look, but we look like we've taken him. And getting close to Ricciardo now through that first corner. That's a very fast line. Let's see what we can do. Going to try and get a slipstream for the next corner. See how much straight line speed our car has. Not really getting a slipstream, but as of yet. But you can see we're closing on it ever so slightly. And we're going to look for the inside. Are we going to have enough pace? Oh no, we braked a bit too early, and we're not able to close in on Ricciardo there. Just cutting to lap 7 now. We've retained P4 for as long as we could, as we get a bit of oversteer. And Hamilton's going to have a look now through the next couple of corners. We'll see if he can do much as we go wide there, and we've had a tank slapper over corner. We're flobbing around like a fish. I don't know how I couldn't get the car under control. The tires were terrible at this time. and we've just lost positions to about 3 cars there, let alone Perez might have a look as well. But we look like we've held it, and we're going to T-bone a bit. Oh, we touched his tyre, but we luckily come away without a penalty this time. Unlike Australia, we're going to look for slipstream on him now. We're going to have enough pace to try and get behind him. Going to pile into the pits though, coming in for prime tyres. And we'll see how that unfolds in the next couple of laps. Getting a bit of oversteer again. This tyre is really terrible at this stage. We're coming out in the next lap now, and looks like we've overtaken a couple of people, but we're still quite far behind, only in P15. We'll see if we can take Button in the next couple of corners as well. He went incredibly slow on that exit. We're going to have to compromise. We're going to have to see if we can use that to our advantage and exploit that. We're kind of getting in a slipstream, and well, we literally had contact with his gearbox there, but we take it, and not really the fairest of moves, but I'll take it. Cutting on to lap 10 now, a lap later, as not more cars come out the pits. And we have lost a couple of positions, actually too many, as we try to take Bottas on the inside now. Going terribly wide, I don't know how he messed up that corner. Is Bottas going to have a look? He's going to overtake us. He's having a look on the inside, but he's backed out of it. I don't think we gave him enough room there either. Cutting on to lap 11 now. Going ever so wide on that corner. That's really not going to help us, and it's going to help Bottas as he's coming up our inside. He shoots past us, taking P8. We really want to retain P8 because that's what our team expects of us. And we've taken him on the outside. That's an easy maneuver. Getting a bit of marbles on the tyres, but nevertheless we are in front of him. But not for long now. The next lap he's taken us. Oh, we're going to hold it around the outside. That's an excellent move. Round those double right-handers. Those are the corners I really find difficult. But he's coming back at us. It's a really great battle between me and Bottas now for the last couple of laps. And we're going around the inside, and we've had it around the first long swooping corner. It's taken a bit of a corner cut there, I have to admit it, and oversteer. So not the best of that corner. And Bottas is coming up again on lap 16. We're going to pit now. We're going to go for the option tyres because we had a message coming from engineer telling us that we're going to have rain in 15 minutes. So I figured I'll go on the option tyres, and see how much I can hold that gap out. And then have the advantage when I switch into intermediate, hitting that barrier. That looked very dangerous as we come to the pits now. I was thinking maybe I could last around 10 or 9 laps on these, and that would be enough for me to make it. And this tyre wouldn't be too warm, so I could go on the intermediates by the time the rain has come down. And that turned out to be a mistake, because it would have made or broke my race, and it's actually broken it later stage race. We'll see what happens. As we come out of the pits now, we've been jumped by quite a few cars, including our teammate. We're going to try and catch him in the next couple of corners. Maybe not even in the next 2 corners. We'll try and go in for that dive bomb again, as we did to Button a couple of corners ago. Just try to do a bit cleaner this time. As you can see, we really have a good run on him now. We're going to shoot up the inside, and we're going to take Maldonado in the process. Yes, we are. Just about. Oh no, he's holding it in the inside. I'm going to hold it around the outside. We're having a great battle as he pulls out of it, and we've taken P15. Going a bit into the grass over there. Wouldn't really like that. So coming to this corner now. We're really pushing this lap, and you can see that we're going to set the fastest lap of the race, which I really didn't expect at this point, but I'm really happy with it. There you go, 3 seconds on the pace, and you can see lap 27 now. My tyres were absolutely knackered, but it had started raining, and you can see how much my tyres are giving up. Maybe it was also part of the wet track a bit, but we've lost a handful of positions, and we're going to lose even more as we have another tan slapper driving to the DRS board. That was not, I don't think Malaysian officials would be happy with us there, but we've luckily not got a penalty. As we come into the pits, we have to go into the pits now. I mean, we'll see how much of an advantage we're going to get on the, as we literally nearly hit the barrier there, sliding into that pit entry. we're going to see what an advantage we have as we have the intermediate tyres on, and they're not pitting, the II is not pitting, and they look like they're going really slow, so we'll see how many positions we can make up now. This lap is really crucial to our race as we go around the inside of Gutierrez. We've taken him with ease. There you can see Nico Rosberg, the winner of the race, forcing us wide. Actually, that did not, he should have given us a bit more space, or I should have just gone on the inside, as we have really good grip levels now on these tyres, and Sutil is 13 seconds up on us, so we'll see if we can close in the gap on him, but I can definitely tell you that we're not going to get into P8. I mean, it's looking really unrealistic at this stage of the race, but if we manage to hold P13, at least we can say we had an improvement from Australia. But with these changeable conditions, it really ruined our race, and by strategy I should have gone on to the primes, to be honest. As we come around this slow corner, we've done very well to keep the car in good control, but we are 90 seconds to the pace because of the pissed off, but we closed in 2 seconds with just a sector, but we can tell it's not going to be enough for the end of the race. But I'm really looking to bounce back on this performance and get at least a points finish in the next track, which is Bahrain, and it's my personal favourite track. It's my best track, to be honest, on the whole calendar. And coming around now, we still see the remains of the DRS board that we smashed a couple of laps earlier, and gonna come over P13. I'm not particularly happy with it, but I'll take it. It's better than getting a penalty, which I can tell you now that our teammate has done, so we'll come home now in that position.